Hey guys, Dan here from Site Create. I'm just going to take you through the theme options available within Minim Plus for WordPress. So in the last video we set up the demo data and got everything all ready to go. In this one we're going to go through the options available, how it all works, and just give you an overview of how to change things. So to begin with, to get to the options, we can hit Customize in the top bar here. And when in the theme options, you notice it's just the standard WordPress customizer, so you can see the page as you change it. Just to go through the options, some of these are available from WordPress by default, some of them are to do with our theme. We'll go through them one by one. So to start with, we've got the site identity area where you can set the title, tagline, as well as your favicon, etc. Next up, we've got the colours, and here you'll see you've got the background colour option. Now this won't apply unless you use the boxed layout. We'll show you this shortly anyway. Same for the background image, you won't actually see that unless you use the boxed layout, so it makes it visible. Next up, we've got the menus. This is where you can control and create your own custom menus, though I would personally suggest to use the dedicated area under appearance, just it's a bit better. Same as the widgets, you can set them all up here as well. Next up, we've got the static front page options, where you can change your front page to be either your blog posts or a regular page. By default, if you've actually inputted the demo data, this will be a page by design. Below that, we've got the additional CSS. This is where if you are a bit of a coding aficionado, you can drop in your own custom code here. Next up, we've got the header settings, where you can pop in your logos, as well as control the sticky nav and general overall layout for the header. So, for instance, if you wanted the regular, you can change it to have the menu below the logo. You can change it to a more traditional left-right kind of style, or even the centered menu. And you'll notice when you have the logo centered, you've only got half a menu to begin with. This is because this is actually two menus, so if you want to use this layout, you'll need to then go into the menu screen and actually create your left portion of the menu and just assign it to that menu area here. Okay, moving on. We've got the style settings here. This is where you can select the overall style for the layout. By default, this will be full width, but if you want, you can switch it over to boxed. I'll go through that in a moment just so you can see the difference and make use of the backgrounds. Below this, you can disable the shadows that you see throughout the design. So if you want just a more flat design, you can do. And then from there on, you can control the custom colors, the highlight colors, etc., as well as whether you want the rounded or square style to the elements and buttons here. So going back to the boxed and full screen version, let me just save and refresh. You can see there with the box layout selected, the main page bulk is contained here. Personally, I think the great combination here is to have the boxed layout together with a background image, which, as you can see, looks really good. Or of course you can just have a background color if you want to as well. But the key portion there is that when you are using the background color and image, you won't see that in effect unless you switch to the box layout, of course. So let's just go back and pop that to full width. And carrying on, we've got the social settings here. This is where you can set up your social profiles that appear, as well as enable or disable the social sharing options, buttons that appear in the single posts. And below that, we've got the homepage settings. This one's quite good. This is basically where you control which elements from the available blocks you want to show on the homepage, as well as their order. So, for example, if we wanted to have a regular width slider, and maybe put that below the blog posts, you can do so here. You just simply drag them into the order you like. This is where you can also set which category you'd like to display in this slider. You can override the slider with your own, or set it to full width, which looks quite nice. And you can also control the blog layouts from the available options, so if you want to change it up for a different look, you can do so here. Next up, we've got the blog settings. This is where you control the layout for your archive pages, such as categories, etc. And here you can also enable or disable the author box that appears in single posts, And finally, we've got the footer options where you can set a background for the footer area, choose a background color, etc. And there we go. That's the theme options for for Minim Plus. No doubt we'll expand on this with your feedback. However, if you do have any questions, do come see me over at support. Other than that, thanks for watching.